Archaeologists have begun a major new excavation of the Roman city of Pompeii.
In the vast expanse of human achievements, there are endless archaeological treasures waiting to be revealed. Each new find astonishingly adds a new layer to our understanding of the lives of our ancestors. That's why the recent discovery of the mysterious Zeus temple unlocks our curiosity and fuels our intrigue. What secrets lie within the ruins of this Zeus temple? What does it expose about the civilizations before us? Join us as we reveal how scientists found the Zeus temple, which was sealed and undisturbed for thousands of years. How was the Zeus temple found? Recently, archaeologists made a remarkable discovery in Magnesia, an ancient Greek city in Asia Minor, now part of Turkey's Aydin region. Amidst the remnants of a once great city boasting a stadium, temples, and various artifacts, they unearthed the gate to a temple dedicated to Zeus. This discovery sheds light on the rich history of Magnesia, a city that has already revealed a temple dedicated to the Greek goddess Artemis. The unveiling of the Temple of Zeus Gate is the result of ongoing excavations in the Ortaklar area by Ankara University Associate Professor Görkem Kokdemir. Having dedicated himself to the Magnesia excavations since 1998, Kokdemir explained that the ancient Greek city's artifacts were first discovered during the final years of the Ottoman Empire. Interestingly, this rediscovered temple gate was initially unearthed in the 1890s by German archaeologist Karl Humann. Humann, who also conducted excavations in other cities in western Anatolia, spent 2 years in Magnesia excavating the Zeus temple. However, much of his findings were reburied, with significant portions sent to his home country during that era's common practice. What does this discovery reveal about our history? Why are archaeologists just excavating the Zeus temple? Let's explore the details of the puzzling situation. In the late 19th century, archaeologist Karl Humann uncovered the structural marvels of the Temple of Zeus in Magnesia, a city that housed significant sacred spaces and temples in the region. Humann's discoveries were not limited to the excavation site, as he transported approximately 10% of the Zeus temple structure to Berlin, where visitors to the Pergamon Museum can witness its towering remnants, standing at an impressive height of 5.5 to 6 meters, or about 18.37 feet today. However, Kokdemir laments that the temple structure now contains 90% imitation parts. While Karl Humann is widely recognized for his notable archaeological achievements, another of his most renowned finds overshadows his discovery of the Zeus temple. During his extensive excavations in western Anatolia, Humann also unearthed the Pergamon altar, an extraordinary ancient structure dedicated to Zeus and Athena. This monumental altar, originally part of the ancient city of Pergamon, now known as Bergama in Turkey, showcased architectural brilliance. However, the associate professor, Kokdemir, has brought the Magnesia temple to the spotlight again. The significance of this recent discovery lies in its contribution to architectural history, dating back to the 3rd century BC, marking it as one of the earliest temples of the Hellenistic period. Kokdemir emphasized the importance of understanding the past through such archaeological finds, highlighting the temple's architectural and historical significance. The history of the ancient temple. The Zeus temple holds an important position in the sacred agora of Magnesia, emphasizing its significance as the second most important cult in the city, following the Artemis sacred space. In ancient cities like Magnesia, people worshipped multiple deities, with Artemis as the primary deity and Zeus as the second. The ongoing efforts of Kokdemir and his archaeological team involve excavating and gathering architectural information to restore and reintroduce this temple to rigorous archaeological research. Now, the first temple was a majestic structure erected around 470 BC to honor the chief of the gods, Zeus. This historical marvel was constructed during the peak of the ancient Olympic Games and holds a captivating narrative behind its creation. Its origin traces back to a war in 470 BC between Elis and Pisa, neighboring powers in the Olympia region. Ilian, after being defeated, incurred a penalty that involved funding the construction of a magnificent temple situated just outside the Olympia Stadium. The project spanned almost 13 years, reaching completion in 457 BC. Upon its inauguration, the Spartans presented a golden tripod to adorn the temple's gable, commemorating their victory over Athens in the Battle of Tanagra. The architectural mastermind behind this grand structure was Libon, who meticulously designed the temple in the Doric style. The Zeus Temple in Olympia is a hexastyle building, featuring 13 columns on both sides and 6 columns at each end, standing over 3 steps of stylobate. Crafted from limestone and covered with stucco, the monument employed Parian marble for internal sculptures and Pentelic marble for roof tiles. The 3 compartments, pronaos, naos, and opisthotomos, added to the structural complexity. Despite its impressive features, the temple underwent multiple renovations. Originally boasting a floor adorned with colorful mosaics made from pebbles and stones, later renovations saw the incorporation of marble. The pediments and metopes, adorned with sculptures narrating the 12 labors of Hercules, added to the awe-inspiring aesthetics. Regrettably, the sculptors behind these intricate artworks remain unknown. The pinnacle of the Temple of Zeus was undoubtedly the golden and chryselephantine statue of Zeus, standing at a towering 13 meters. Crafted by Phidias, the most talented sculptor of ancient Greece, in his workshop in Olympia, this statue is considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Unfortunately, both the temple and this remarkable statue met their demise due to an earthquake. But it isn't the one in Olympia that archaeologists are concerned about. It's the one in Magnesia. Designed in the Corinthian order, the Temple of Zeus in Magnesia shared a resemblance in layout to its counterpart in Olympia, albeit on a smaller scale. This architectural gem was a testament to the city's cultural and religious significance during ancient times. Interestingly, the gate to the Temple of Zeus remained concealed beneath 4 meters of soil for centuries, shrouded in the mysteries of time. However, recent excavations have brought this hidden treasure to light. Archaeologists, with their meticulous efforts, have unearthed the gate, providing a glimpse into the city's past and its architectural marvels. The ambitious goal now is to restore the Temple of Zeus to its former glory, transforming it into a captivating tourist attraction. This endeavor not only seeks to preserve the historical heritage of Magnesia, but also aims to share the rich cultural tapestry of ancient Greece with visitors from around the world. If you're wondering why Kokdemir isn't excavating the temple in Olympia, it's because it has been a focal point of archaeological endeavors for centuries. Since the 19th century, numerous research teams have dedicated their efforts to excavating Olympia, unearthing a plethora of sculptures and architectural fragments. On the other hand, the recent discovery of the Zeus Temple in Magnesia has sparked enthusiasm among researchers eager to unravel its mysteries and contribute to our understanding of the cultural and religious practices of the ancient Greeks. Why the Zeus Temple is being excavated. The Magnesia excavation team aims to uncover 60 to 70% of the original components of the Temple of Zeus, with plans to restore it as a public site. In contrast, the Temple of Artemis, the largest religious structure in Magnesia, holds historical prominence as the 4th largest temple in Anatolia, following the Temple of Artemis in Ephesus, once considered one of the 7 wonders of the world. Kokdemir sheds light on the significance of Magnesia in ancient Greece, noting that in the 3rd century BC, the city hosted games comparable to the most important ones in the Mediterranean region, the Delphi Apollo Games. While anticipating the restoration of the Temple of Zeus in a couple of years, archaeologists also have their sights set on unearthing the Hippodrome with its remarkable capacity of 50,000 spectators. Discussing more on the significance of Magnesia, Kokdemir emphasized its prominence in ancient times as a city hosting religious festivals in temples and sanctuaries. Particularly noteworthy was the Artemis Festival, a pivotal religious event during that era, highlighting Magnesia's status as a city steeped in the worship of various gods and goddesses. Looking ahead, Kokdemir envisions a complete exploration of Magnesia, emphasizing the city's unique history. He acknowledges the necessity of time and funding for the restoration process, suggesting a potential wait of 15 to 20 years for the full realization of the city's grandeur. Revelation of the Gate to Zeus. Temple 1 of the recent breakthroughs in the excavation is the discovery of the entrance gate of the Temple of Zeus within the religious agora. Kokdemir highlighted the importance of this finding, comparing it to the renowned Temple of Artemis, the fourth largest temple in Anatolia, also located in Magnesia. The Temple of Zeus, previously excavated by Germans and replicated in the Berlin Pergamon Museum, stands as a significant historical monument. The replication of the Magnesia Zeus Temple, like the Pergamon Zeus altar, has drawn global attention in the Berlin Pergamon Museum, where visitors from around the world come to witness this impressive replica. However, the ongoing excavations in Magnesia aim to reveal the original location of the temple, with initial studies indicating the preservation of its original architectural components. Expressing excitement about the upcoming stages of the excavation, Kokdemir outlined the ambitious goal of uncovering the entire temple by the end of the year. As they continue to excavate, they've found diverse structures such as a sanctuary, a stadium, and a theater, along with a collection of 80 statues and various artifacts. Their efforts have significantly enriched our understanding of this historical site. This effort not only contributes to archaeological literature, but also holds immense potential for boosting tourism by showcasing authentic historical structures. The prospect of unveiling the original structure, mirroring the replica in the Berlin Museum, holds significance for both the archaeological community and the broader tourism sector. The Olympian Temple discoveries. The Olympian Temple of Zeus was one of the largest and most significant buildings in Olympia, and it proudly held the title of one of the largest Doric temples in all of Greece. It was adorned with rich sculptural decorations, a spectacle that once captured the essence of early classical style. The Archaeological Museum houses remnants of this artistic legacy, allowing us to glimpse into the masterpieces that adorn the front gable. Wandering through the frieze that adorn the front and back porches, one would be greeted by sculpted metopes narrating the 12 labors of Heracles, 6 on each end. At the pinnacle of the pediment also stood a gilded figure of Victory that was once flanked by gilded cauldrons at each corner. However, time has now erased these particular elements from the temple's legacy. As the wheels of time turned, the Temple of Zeus underwent transformations, eventually being repurposed into a church. Even during the 2nd century CE, it retained its association with the renowned sculptor Phidias, known as the Workshop of Phidias, according to Pausanias. This intriguing connection prompted extensive excavations from 1954 to 1958, unearthing a treasure trove of waste material from Phidias's atelier. They stumbled upon tools, slivers, and worked fragments of ivory and bone, along with glass ornaments and molds. These were the very tools that shaped the iconic sculptures. Among the debris, clay molds, heavy as roof tiles and sometimes reinforced with iron rods, were discovered. These molds played a crucial role in crafting the thin sheets of gold that adorned the statue's drapery, offering a glimpse into the meticulous craftsmanship of the time. The archaeological revelations did not stop there. Pottery found in the debris bore inscriptions that settled a long-standing controversy surrounding Phidias' artistic timeline. Dating back to approximately 430 BCE, the discovery solidified the sequence of Phidias' masterpieces, clarifying that he created the Zeus before fashioning the Athena Parthenos, another remarkable chryselephantine statue placed in the Parthenon in 438 BCE. Among the pottery fragments, a ribbed mug emerged with a clear inscription on its bottom. It boldly declared it was the property of Phidias. This humble artifact, with its unassuming message, serves as a tangible link to the past, a voice from antiquity claiming ownership by one of the greatest sculptors of ancient Greece. Navigating these remnants unfolded a chapter of history for historians and archaeologists, offering insights into the artistic genius of Phidias and the cultural tapestry of ancient Greece. The Olympian temple of Zeus, once a majestic sanctuary, now lives on not just in ruins but in the stories told by the artifacts excavated from its hallowed grounds. The rise and fall of Delphi, moving on to another part of Greece just as important as Olympia and Magnesia. We should also explore the rich history of Delphi, a place steeped in Greek mythology and cultural significance. According to Greek legend, Zeus, the thunder god, dispatched two eagles flying in opposite directions across the sky. The spot where their paths crossed, identified as the center of the world, is marked by a stone called the Omphalos. This mythical intersection took place over Delphi, nestled on the slopes of Parnassos, about 100 miles northwest of Athens. Delphi's sacred origins trace back to Gaia, the mother goddess of the earth, who initially guarded the site with her serpent son, Python. Apollo, the god of light and music, later slew the serpent, claiming Delphi for himself. The priestesses serving Apollo, known as the Pythia, were named in honor of Gaia's vanquished son. In the classical world, it was believed that these priestesses channeled prophecies from Apollo himself. The cult of Apollo began functioning in Delphi around the 8th century BC, evolving into a revered oracle that leaders from various Greek states consulted on major issues such as war, founding colonies, and religious rituals. Delphi, as a sacred and politically significant space, attracted the attention of different Greek city-states. They sought to showcase their status and success by building commemorative monuments at the site. The result was a remarkable accumulation of monuments and sculptures at Delphi, each reflecting the power shifts in the region. Athenians, Spartans, Macedonians, and Romans all contributed to this display of wealth, turning the center of the world into a testament to their glory. The significance of Delphi extended beyond politics. It hosted athletic, poetry, and music competitions, including the renowned Pythian Games held every 4 years, second only to the Olympics. However, despite its sacred status, Delphi faced challenges, enduring attacks by the Persians in 480 BC and the Gauls in 279 BC. Rome took control of Delphi in 191 BC, preserving its religious rituals and athletic competitions. However, the advent of Christianity in the Roman Empire marked a turning point. Emperor Theodosius I, between 391 and 392 AD, enacted a ban on pagan practices and closed Greek temples, including those at Delphi. With its religious function stripped away, the site fell into decay, giving rise to the village of Castri. The once thriving center of prophecy and cultural expression, with its rich tapestry of myth and history, witnessed a transformation, reflecting the evolving religious landscape of the Roman Empire. For many centuries following its heyday, Delphi remained shrouded in obscurity, with visitors few and far between. It wasn't until 1436 that an Italian merchant named Cyriacus of Ancona embarked on the challenging journey to Delphi. His detailed notes provide a glimpse into the state of the site, revealing remnants of the stadium and the theater. Cyriacus, however, made a mistaken identification, describing a round building as the Temple of Apollo, noting that some of its statues were still standing. The historical trajectory of Delphi took a significant turn when Greece became part of the Ottoman Empire in 1453. This geopolitical shift had repercussions for Cyriacus's aspirations to restore antiquity or redeem it from extinction. The former center of the world, once a hub of cultural and religious significance, would endure roughly 400 years of relative neglect and obscurity. Delphi, steeped in historical significance, patiently awaited a resurgence that would come with Greece gaining independence from the Ottomans in 1832. This pivotal moment sparked a renewed interest in preserving the country's rich cultural heritage. Greece, eager to foster an appreciation for its glorious past, enacted laws against the sale of antiquities and established the Greek Archaeological Society. To further the cause, Greece sought support from interested European countries, encouraging collaborative archaeological endeavors. Undertaking the excavation of Delphi proved to be an enormous task, requiring the acquisition of homes in Castri, compensation, and relocation of residents. Given the financial constraints, Greece relied on foreign capital. In 1840 and 1860, archaeologists conducted preliminary studies in open areas, revealing part of the temple substructure and an inscribed supporting wall. Despite the Greek Archaeological Society's attempts to persuade Castri's inhabitants to relocate, challenges arose as homeowners recognized the value of their lands and demanded more compensation. A turning point occurred with a powerful earthquake that devastated Castri, leading to the loss of 30 lives. In the aftermath, a commission sought a new site to replace the village plots and negotiate with residents. Faced with the financial constraints and the villagers' resistance, the Greek Archaeological Society ceded the land to the French for a small excavation in 1880. Bertrand Hossoulier, directing the French excavations, focused on the immediate area between previously explored sectors. Initially, he believed he was examining the temple terrace, but was perplexed by the surrounding walls. Subsequent excavations revealed that it was the esplanade next to the terrace, adorned with commemorative monuments from different city-states and regional powers throughout the sanctuary's history. Notably, the walls belonged to the Stoa of the Athenians, built in the early 5th century BC to showcase trophies from naval battles. The site also unveiled the collapsed column of the Sphinx, a symbolic offering from the island of Naxos. The collaborative efforts and perseverance of both Greek and foreign archaeologists played a crucial role in resurrecting Delphi from centuries of obscurity. The unfolding discoveries not only unveiled the architectural marvels of the ancient sanctuary, but also offered a fascinating glimpse into the diverse historical layers that constitute Delphi's enduring legacy. The Friar's Causeway, key. Handle excavation. Shifting our focus to a different archaeological revelation, we find a gruesome relic from Roman times. In Britain, on the outskirts of the ancient Roman Empire, evidence suggests that the Romans engaged in brutal spectacles, including feeding captives to lions. Archaeologists, during excavations in 2016 on the remains of a Roman house in Leicester, discovered a sculpted bronze key handle portraying a man battling a fearsome lion in front of 4 undressed and terrified teenagers. The study was published in the journal Britannia, Leicester University, when archaeologists uncovered a unique artifact shedding light on the brutal nature of Roman authority in Britain. These findings offer a glimpse into the captivating aspects of ancient civilizations, reminding us of the diversity and complexity of human history. The Friar's Causeway key handle, discovered at the eponymous location, revealed small faces upon careful cleaning, suggesting a public execution in the Roman province. Described as absolutely astounding by archaeologist Gavin Speed, the artifact is unprecedented in the Roman Empire, highlighting the harsh realities of Roman rule. This key handle, depicting a man battling a lion, signifies the grim fate awaiting criminals and prisoners of war under Roman law. While public executions involving exotic animals were well documented in Rome's Colosseum, this discovery is the first evidence that such practices extended to Britain. Historical records indicate that Rome sourced lions from Mesopotamia and North Africa, transporting them to the empire's remote reaches via riverboat and wagon. The key handle scene, believed to date around 200 AD, portrays the impending death of those conquered by the Romans, emphasizing the futility of resisting the mighty empire. The discovery of the ancient brewery. Another remarkable archaeological revelation comes from Egypt, where archaeologists led by Matthew Adams and Deborah Vishak discovered what could be the world's oldest beer brewery. Unearthed 280 miles south of Cairo, the brewery ruins are thought to date from the early First Dynastic period, during the reign of King Narmer, Egypt's unifier. The site, reserved for Egypt's first kings, featured 8 sections with large clay pots, each capable of producing up to 5,900 gallons of beer during the fermentation process. This ancient brewery wasn't merely a production facility, but also played a role in sacrificial rites, according to Adams. The location suggests it may have been strategically placed to supply royal rituals within the funeral facilities of Egypt's kings. Archaeologists, including those from the Israel Antiquities Authority, have made strides in understanding ancient brewing techniques. In 2019, they isolated 5,000-year-old yeast samples, recreating the same type of beer Egyptians consumed. Similar approaches have been employed to reproduce ancient sourdough bread in Egypt. The brewery site, initially discovered by British archaeologists in the early 20th century but later forgotten, has now been rediscovered and documented. These archaeological findings not only provide a glimpse into the practices of ancient civilizations but also underline the ongoing efforts to uncover and understand our shared human history. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and check out another of our interesting videos before you leave. See you on the other side.